Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. I am coming at you live. It's 5:01 a.m. in California. I just did my Body Beast workout. I'm doing a hybrid program. It's for 60 days, and every other day it's between Max, Insanity Max 30, which you guys know is my jam, and Body Beast, which is awesome because it incorporates some lifting. A lot of lifting, actually. I just think it's a good balance between the cardio and the lifting, and I definitely feel my body changing and just doing different workouts that I would have been way too afraid to try before. I want to talk to you today about your current circumstance and where you are. It's really easy to get frustrated in the temporary moment of where you're at, and a change of location may seem like the answer, but it's really not. It all starts with changing where you're at right now, changing your mindset, changing your enthusiasm, changing the way that you look and see the circumstance for what it is and for where you are. And that starts to really truly transform your mentality on what happens next in your life. So, before I started my fitness and health journey, my current circumstance was complacency. My current circumstance was comparison. My current circumstance was frustration, and I didn't like dealing with hard situations. I was a runner. I would make myself numb to situations because I didn't want to deal with it. So your current circumstances shouldn't define what you do next. So as stuck as I was, I like to call myself couch to coach. I just jumped into coaching. I didn't do a challenge group first. Some people do challenge groups first, which is great. I just jumped in and decided to make a change in the current circumstance I was in, not allowing my circumstances to determine that I get farther away from my goals, which is so easy to do. I really struggled with two things when I became a coach, and I see this when I talk to people and they come to me seeking me out for help, and these two things that they were a battle, it's because it's things I dealt with before becoming a coach and becoming a challenger. And I had to face them instead of run away from them, hide it, or not be real with myself. And I don't know if you can relate to me, but these two things, so when I became a coach, the two things that I struggled the most with, comparison and not being where I wanted to be. Can you relate to that? And it wasn't necessarily with coaching in the business, but just in general. When you are looking at someone's highlighted reel on Facebook and you are seeing where they are and you're just so frustrated that's not where you are yet. Or you are comparing yourself to every single person. Did you guys just hear Eric fart? Story of my life. Eric! He's just laughing in turns. I'm trying to be serious over here. Oh man, our relationship is wonderful, and I'm thankful to God for Eric Katya. Anyway, but comparison and just really putting yourself down and almost even blaming why you can't be successful. You almost make excuses. I don't even want to say almost. We make excuses for our own success, our own life, because of what other people are doing and accomplishing and how other people are. And that is a toxic mindset. But it's one that I had to deal with when becoming a coach. I compared myself. I'm just not good enough. This person likes working out more than me, or they have better genes. I've said it all. I had someone talk to me about coaching, and I could tell that she was comparing where I am now to the beginning of her journey. She's actually not a coach yet. And I could tell by the questions she was asking that was becoming a scarcity mindset. That was becoming an excuse for why she couldn't be like me because of how far removed she may feel from me. And it's so crazy because a lot of people who join my team, I just think you didn't see me in the beginning and my struggles. And I was talking to my mom yesterday where I'm like, Mom, my mindset is 180. I am a totally different person because we've been talking about my struggles, and I didn't know that those were necessarily my struggles. And a fear that people have is facing those fears and facing those struggles head on. And that's what coaching does for you. And it is so enlightening. It's opposite of scary. It gives you more strength and more, just gives you more than you can even begin to imagine. So something that, a negative belief that I have always had about myself that will never go away, but I've learned to manage it, is I'm not smart enough. So people have different beliefs, negative beliefs about themselves, whether I'm not enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not capable. Like, you have this negative belief. Everyone does. And you have to replace that negative belief with action and this willpower. And you might be saying, like, Julianne, I don't have any willpower. I hear that excuse all the time. No, you do. You just have to fight through these old habits of thinking, because that's what I had to do 2.5 years ago. So for me, and where I'm at now, that I'm not smart enough, especially leading a team that is incredible, that is something that I have to overcome with every training I do, with every post that I do, with every video that I do, with every conversation that I have. I have to overcome that old insecurity of I'm not smart enough and replace it with this willpower. And then that action happens, and then the results go into play. A lot of times if you're like, I'm not fit enough, and all those things, that's what creates the inaction, the excuses, the blaming, the complacency, the numbness. That's what gets in the way of you not having success. And we all struggle with it, and I'm just saying it is so enlightening to be able to realize and pinpoint, wow, though that's the reason I would feel this way, or feel inadequate, or feel not good enough, because I never felt smart enough. And then now I'm replacing that with this willpower, and then I take action, and then I see these amazing results. So I'm just telling you that I am more relatable to you than you know. It's just, and I get where you're at, and you cannot compare your start to where I am. And the reason for that is because I've been completely transformed from the inside out. That is what coaching really is. I mean, yes, I feel so much stronger, and I have dropped a lot of weight, and I've toned up a lot, and you can see a lot of definition now, and that's wonderful. And that's not genes, you guys. That's getting up at 4 a.m. every single day and sweating. That's the behind the scenes thing of that. But it is this transformation that you go on when you become a coach is the most powerful experience you can't even begin to imagine. And you have to know that there's enough success for you, but we limit ourselves because of that comparison. We limit ourselves, because of this belief that we have about ourselves that's negative. And the longer you wait, the longer you stay stuck. You have to suck it up and be like, okay, I get that. I have a lot of work to do. And I think that's hard for people too, is that trusting of the time, because they just want the results now. They just want to be there now. That was me, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to be right there. And I'm not. I just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. When I lost 30 plus pounds, that didn't just fall off, you guys. People ask me all the time, what was the time frame of you losing that weight? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm so proud about that, because I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on transforming myself inside out, but also I was focused on each day of showing up to my workout. I wasn't focused on what a number said on a scale. I wasn't focused on any of that stuff. I just focused on each day, and then voila, next thing you know, all that stuff happened, and I'm like, what even happened? Because I wasn't focused on that end result. So if you feel hesitation in your life, it's stemming from that negative belief of why you can't do something. And never give up. That's my shirt, which is awesome. And it's just pretty enlightening, and you can do anything that you set your mind to, and it will take time. And that's the hardest part, for sure. But I'm here to support you, and I'm here to cheer you on, and there's enough success for us all. I'm so convinced of that. This lifestyle is more than a workout and a shake. This lifestyle is a transformation, where I saw someone posting the other day where they didn't have time to work out because they're a mom, and I'm not trying to bash them, but it made me sad, because they are missing the point of what a workout actually is, where it's not about looking good and like getting back into your pre-pregnancy jeans. It's about your heart pumping. It's about getting your body going. It's about longevity. It's about that preventative side of diseases and all those things. And I know nutrition has like so much to do with that, but actually working out is like, it's just this mind shift that we have to make. We can't say we don't have enough time and not enough money. Like, aren't you worth it? Like, are you gonna let not enough time and not enough money stop you from living a longer life, a healthier life, and a better life? Like, is that what's gonna be the thing that holds you back? Because I don't know about you, this temporary circumstances of maybe not having all the money in the world. By the way, I was talking to my friend Miriam, we're like, there's always a way to make more money. So if that's your excuse, I'm always just like, but that's why you're gonna stop. You don't want it bad enough. And then as far as time goes, you're gonna have to give up some stuff if you feel like you don't have enough time. And like last night, some people got on a Zoom when the Cubs were playing. That was sacrifice because they wanted to spend time in our Bible study. So I'm just telling you, sacrifice is worth it. Don't be mediocre. Don't be average. Stop living in that scarcity mindset. And how you stop living in that scarcity mindset is putting one foot in front of the other, deciding to just leap. And even though you still have those negative beliefs like I did when I first started coaching. So probably for a first year of coaching, I struggled with comparison and I struggled with not being where I wanted to be. But also my biggest limiting belief I have about myself is I'm not smart enough, which is still with me today. But I know that's not true because I've trained my brain to think differently. Even though that's still something that creeps in all the time, I've learned how to fight it. And I want to help you fight whatever is limiting you. So saying you don't have enough money and don't have enough time breaks my heart, because this isn't about getting core de force and Shakeology, even though that is going to impact your life greatly. Like when I got my workout and my shake, it started my journey. You are going to transform because of the people in this community who believe in you, who support you, who give you that extra push. And when you are doubting and when you are fearful and when you are struggling, they are going to throw a rope down to you in that valley and help you get out of that pit. That's what this team is about. That is Happy and Fit. So I would love to talk to you about coaching my Core de Force pilot group. We are so excited, and I just want you to know I get it. Whatever fear, and you may not even see it yet. I didn't see it, where I struggled with jealousy. I struggled with that comparison and not being where I wanted to be. And I didn't let that stop me from my greatness. I didn't let that stop me from living an average life. I live an awesome life, and I'm not saying my life is better. I'm just saying I choose to live on purpose every single day. I don't live for the weekends, and I'm not saying you have to be a full-time coach to do that. Eric is a teacher as well, but I can guarantee you he lives for each day, and that's because of his mindset. And we have both together have eliminated the scarcity mindset. It still creeps in, but we've learned how to conquer it. So I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. Thanks for the love. Thanks for checking this out, and thanks for listening. Don't hold yourself back because of your temporary circumstance of not having enough time, not having enough money. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. Whatever your belief, negative belief is about yourself, do not for 1 second think you can't get where I am. This is a level playing field. Level playing field. When I became a coach, I hit the ground running, and I conquered and continue to conquer more goals because of the belief I have that I know this is a gift. I know that people need this. My mission tied behind coaching is more than a compensation plan. My mission behind coaching is building quality relationships, empowering people to be their absolute best. That is what coaching is for me, and I get to work out, and I get to eat healthy, and I get to post on social media, and I get to post my flexing pictures because it reminds me that I'm in this to be strong. I'm not in this for a number, and I want to help you. So Happy and Fit, if you've been watching, I love you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful for you. Our team is absolutely amazing. Our community is something I every single day jump out of bed, just so excited to see what happens with each day. For those of you who've been watching my social media, stop just watching. Stop just sitting. You're wasting your time. All right, have an amazing day, and I will talk to you all later.